So if you already know how to solve a 2x2 cube, but you can't really get it fast enough, then you've come to the right place. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve the 2x2 cube using the Ortega method. And with this method, if you practice correctly, then you can definitely solve under 5 seconds. So the way this is going to work is, first you're going to solve any one side. After that, you're going to solve the top layer just like this. And then we're going to use one algorithm to solve all of the rest of the cube, just like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the first step. So the first step of solving it, as I said, is to solve a whole color. So basically for this tutorial, I'm going to be starting with white as my first color. So all I want is basically 4 white pieces right here. So I can do them anyway, the other colors don't need to match. So what I mean, I can just bring this one white up here. And now, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you a very basic way of how to put the pieces into the bottom layer. Now, if you want a more advanced tutorial on how to do that, then let me know in the comments below. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you the easiest way. So all you're going to do is do 4 moves, which I'll show you right now, and you're going to keep doing those until the piece goes in. So what I'm going to do first is find the piece I want and put it right above where I want it to go. So I want it to go above here, and I'm going to put it right here. So what I'm going to do is just do these 4 moves. So right side up, top layer over, right side down, top layer back. And as you can see, the piece is there, but it's not orientated correctly. So I'm going to keep doing those moves until it's there. So up, over, down, back. Up, over, down, back. And now as you can see, that piece is in. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. This one's already above where it's supposed to go. So I'm going to keep doing those 4 moves until all of them are solved. Now in the beginning, if you do choose to solve the first step like this, then it will take you maybe a few seconds to just do that. But there are many other ways and easier ways that can be done faster. So let me know if you want me to show you how to do that, and I'll show you that later on. So the next step of solving this is to, as I said, solve the top color. And we're going to be doing yellow because on the opposite of white, it's yellow. Now there are 7 different cases that you can have your cube and the top color orientated in different ways. So I'll go over all of those 7, and if you know all of those 7 in any one of those, you can solve the top side. Alright, so I'm going to start with this one. It's where you have a yellow in the top right corner and all of the other ones go counterclockwise just like this. And you're going to hold it with the yellow on the top right, and you're going to do these moves. So R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. Now the other case you can have it is where the yellow is on the bottom right and all of the other ones go clockwise just like this. And for that, you're going to do these moves. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. The next one is where you have 2 already on the top, just like this on the right side, and the other 2 away from each other. And you're going to do this. So it's R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. And in the next case is very similar. You have these 2 on the top, on the right side, on the top, but the other 2 not away from each other, but they're together. And if it's like that, then you're going to do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Now if you have them apart from each other diagonal just like this, and you have one on the right side and one facing you, then hold it just like this and do F, R prime, F prime, R, U, R, U prime, R prime. Now if you have none on the top and they're orientated like this, so 2 on one side and 2 on the other, you're going to hold it so that you're facing any 2 of them, and you're going to do R2, U2, R, U2, R2. Now if you have them like this, so none of them on the top once again, and 2 of them are away from each other, and two of them are together, then you're going to hold it just like this. And there are two ways you can solve this, two different algorithms. I'll go over both of them. So the first one is R, U2, R2, U prime, R2, U prime, R2, U2, R. But probably you might find a faster algorithm, which is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, and you're going to do that one more time. So R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. So that's all of the algorithms for the top side, and by now you should just have the remaining four sides left. And for this, we're going to be looking at three main key factors. So one, if they have bars like this on the top, on the bottom, if they don't have any bars at all, or if a whole side is solved. So I'll go over all of the 5 cases that you can have. So if you have two bars that are one's on the top and one's on the bottom, and there's no side you can solve, so you're gonna hold it just like this, so both of them together facing you on the front, and you're gonna do this. So R2, U prime, back 2, U2, R2, U prime, R2. Now, if you don't have any bar on the top and you don't have any bar on the bottom, then you can just do this. R2, F2, R2. Now, if the only thing you have is a bar on the top, you're going to hold it so that you are facing that, and you're going to do R, U prime, R, F2, R prime, U, R prime. Now, if you have the whole bottom side solved, including this layer, the first layer, as well as this bar over here solved on the side, then you're going to hold it just like that with that solved other side on the left. And if you know from a 3x3, this algorithm might sound familiar to you. So it's R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. Now, if you have this bottom whole side solved just like this, and you have no bar on the top, then you can hold it however you want, and you're gonna do this. It might sound familiar from the 3x3. F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. Alright, so that is all the algorithms to solve the 2x2 using the Ortega method. And this method, with practice, once you memorize all the algorithms, and the algorithms itself aren't that hard to memorize once you keep on looking at them and practicing again and again. So feel free to look at this video again and look at all the algorithms, which always are on the top while I'm solving them. So go ahead, practice the algorithms, and let me know if you can solve it really fast, like under 5 seconds as an average or something. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope to see you in my next video. And if you haven't already, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll see you next time.